Welcome to another Kendall Connection Live. You've got John Bain here, the voice of Kendall North and a driver's motion specialist covering West Michigan from the Indiana border up to Livingston. We got quite the webinar for you today as we wade into the arena of digital transformation and what it can mean for you and your company. Let's get started with today's agenda. Justin Lundberg will kick us off with a few reminders of the various services Kendall Electric has to offer. Our wizard, Tim Denai, will then put a little more detail to it in the realm of digital transformation. The 2 men of the hour, your dedicated digital transformation specialist, Mr. Rich Cross and Mr. Jeff Labash will follow. Rich will define what digital transformation is and describe how it may currently look in your facility. Jeff will then outline the 5 industrial revolutions, specifically focusing on the 3rd and 4th, and discuss how this technology has been integrated into our daily lives. Rich will wrap it up with a quick review and outline what you need to do to get started on your DX journey with Kendall. We'll close with our traditional Q&A with a little twist on it just for today's session. Submit a question in the chat, and your Kendall Electric account manager will host you for lunch. And with that, I bid this fine audience adieu until the Q&A. Please take it away, Justin.
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the KCL Spotlight. I am Justin, an automation specialist out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. This Spotlight segment is to help familiarize you with products and services offered to you by Kendall Electric, so I have a few messages for the team before we get started with the show. Did you know we have a website and an app? Go to shop.kendallelectric.com 24/7 on your computer, tablet, or phone. With this, you can easily place orders, check product pricing and availability, view open orders, invoicing, and more. Don't have an account? Not a problem. Simply click sign up to register. Or check out our OE Touch app for the same functionality as our website. The app is available for both iOS and Android devices. Search your app store for Kendall Electric OE Touch. Both are great options to browse Kendall Electric at your convenience. Recent surveys indicate that 93% of organizations are engaged in digital transformation projects, the topic of our KCL today. These projects can expand your efficiencies from the shop floor to the top floor. However, these projects can also expand your cybersecurity risk. Kendall Electric can help you and your team manage cybersecurity risks. The first step is identification. Cybersecurity risk identification is achieved by reviewing key network characteristics, such as your critical vulnerabilities, operating systems, and existing network communication patterns. A new Tech Connect-enabled tool, LiveView, offers a modern support solution providing you with virtual on-site assistance. This LiveView tool leverages video feed capabilities of your personal mobile device to provide you with immediate access to an experienced Rockwell automation technician. This technician can view your automation equipment in real time and provide you with detailed 3D spatial notations. At Kendall Electric, we don't just repair, we remanufacture. Do you need a quick turnaround on a failed HMI? We have your solution. Do you need to remanufacture that old spare drive in the tool crib? We also have your solution. We restore failed and aged automation products to like new using original OEM parts. This follows a proprietary process performed with ISO certified facilities. Our proprietary remanufacturing process also helps maintain safety performance certifications on your safety rated automation products. The remanufacturing services offer a cost-saving solutions as compared to purchasing new components and can extend the life of existing automation investments that you've already purchased. Again, my name is Justin, and thank you for attending. This KCL will be posted for future references on the Kendall Electric YouTube channel. If you have any questions on repair services, if you would like a security assessment, if you have any questions about today's content, please contact your local Kendall account manager or automation specialist. Don't forget to visit shop.kendallelectric.com, and I hope to see you at future KCLs or at the Kendall Electric YouTube channel. Welcome to the October Kendall Connection Live. The presentation will be starting shortly here with Tim.
Thanks, Justin, for sharing those KCL spotlights, and thank you to everyone joining us today. I am Tim Denai. I'm a Kendall Electric Automation Specialist in Southwest Michigan. So the title of today's KCL is The Value of Bringing It Forward. Before we hear from Rich and Jeff, let's discuss it. First, what is it? For today, let's agree that it is not a creepy Stephen King novel that should have never been made into a traumatizing movie. For today's discussion, it can be defined as some KCL topics we've covered in the past year. Remember, Justin mentioned the Kendall Electric YouTube channel has populated with most of our past KCLs. During those KCLs, we've discussed migration paths away from discontinued programmable controllers and drives to newer hardware solutions. Jason and Bill, our fellow Kendall Electric Automation Specialists from Tennessee, shared considerations for modernizing from vintage Data Highway Plus networks of the 1980s to converged plant-wide Ethernet networks of the 21st century. Those are some examples of it. It is also defined as those productivity updates you have discussed for your own business or your customers' businesses. Now, what do we mean by bringing it forward? In taking steps to migrate from aging and obsolete equipment, you're moving forward. Your facility is moving forward when you decided to modernize to more capable equipment with enhanced processing features. And we should all be able to agree that investing in a robust and secure network infrastructure has pretty much become a requirement to stepping forward. Jeff will focus on this point a little later, but I can't stop myself from stealing a little of his thunder. Regardless of your discussing your business or your customer's business, this point is certain. We all want to take existing data from controllers or other devices, give it context, and turn it into actionable information. This contextualized information really becomes key to sound automated businesses. In fact, this is the value in bringing it forward. Now, even though I've taken a little of their thunder, I will turn things over to Rich and Jeff. They will be our guides through our digital transformation journey. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Tim, and hello, everyone. Today, we will be talking about digital transformation and how it can help your business. My name is Richard Cross, and I am the Digital Transformation Specialist for Mid-Michigan and Northern Michigan. Joining me today on the call is Jeff Labash. Jeff is also with Kendall Electric, and he is based out of Southern Michigan and Northern Indiana. Combined, we have a total of over 50 years of automation experience. The purpose of today's presentation is to help you better understand digital transformation and how it can help you improve your business. There are many different definitions of digital transformation in the workspace. Our definition is that digital transformation is the combination of traditional manufacturing enhanced with new advancing technologies. It's a reimagining of how your company uses technology, people, and processes to fundamentally improve business performance. It drives competitive outcomes and impacts your entire value chain. Digital transformation is your path forward. Do you have anything to add, Jeff?
Hey, thanks, Rich. As we move forward, please pay attention to the word business in the definition. It's why we have it underlined. Digital transformation is as much about automating your business as it is about automating your equipment or processes. In order to automate your business, we need to know how your business operates from top to bottom. For the purposes of this presentation, we're going to focus on an end user manufacturer. A manufacturer is a company who brings raw materials in the back door, then they apply some sort of manufacturing or process, and then sell finished goods out the front door. So how does business flow inside a manufacturing plant? Manufacturers have two distinct areas that make up their business process. They have the enterprise layer, which is composed of most of their business software. These can include the cloud, customer relations management, warehousing, and accounts payable and accounts receivable software systems. Again, this is the enterprise layer. The second area is the manufacturing layer. This is where the actual manufacturing takes place. This can include the MES, SCADA, PLC, and HMI software and hardware. It doesn't matter if you're making baseball bats or bicycle chains. This is how business flows for almost all manufacturers. When you step back and take a look at the big picture and see how business really gets done inside a plant, you can start to see what digital transformation can mean for your business. Connecting pertinent plant floor data with enterprise level business systems allows you to make smart business decisions in real time. One of the big questions before considering any digital transformation project is your network up to the challenge? Now that we know how business flows inside your plant, let's take a more in-depth look at digital transformation. Yes, digital transformation is a buzzword. Yes, you've heard other similar buzzwords in the past, such as smart manufacturing, connected enterprise, the IoT or IIoT, shop floor to top floor, and finally Industry 4.0. Have you heard any or probably all of these before? I'm sure most of you have, but today what we want to concentrate on is Industry 4.0, and what does that really mean? Industry 4.0 is a reference to the fourth industrial revolution. Let's take a little trip in the Wayback Machine to see how we got here. Here's a look at all of the industrial revolutions to date. The first industrial revolution began in the late 1700s. Eli Whitney took the cotton gin from a manual operation to eventually be water and then steam powered. The second industrial revolution essentially began in the early 1900s when electricity became widely available and Henry Ford invented the assembly line. The third industrial revolution started in the 1970s when manual operations were replaced with relay logic. Soon after that, in the early 1980s, PLCs were invented and automation was universally adopted. This automation includes robots and computers as well. Current day gives us the fourth industrial revolution, i.e. Industry 4.0. This is the age of digital transformation. Industry 4.0 is connectivity between all systems. Industry 4.0 is about data collection and analytics. Industry 4.0 is about working together. Industry 4.0 is about automating your entire business. Technically, the fifth generation or the fifth industrial revolution is already here with machine learning, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality. These exist today both in the business and manufacturing worlds, but for today we're concentrating on Industry 4.0. If you take a look at the timeline between industrial revolutions, you can see that the technology is advancing at a rapid pace. There were roughly 100 years between the first and second industrial revolution, 70 years between the second and the third, 30 years between the third and the fourth, and 20 years between the fourth and the fifth. When will the sixth industrial revolution begin? What will that encompass? I really don't know, but I'm excited to find out. So let's compare Industry 3.0 and Industry 4.0. Industry 3.0, as we covered earlier, was all about automating our machinery, our manufacturing lines, and our equipment. One of the best things to come out of Industry 3.0 and all this automation is data. This was a totally unintended consequence. By putting a PLC on a piece of equipment, we now have points of data we never would have had in a manual or a relay controlled operation. When we automate equipment but don't connect it to any of our networks, we can't collect this data efficiently. This is called dark data. While we're talking about data, please understand that data and information are not synonymous. I'm guilty of doing this in the past myself. Again, data is not information. Data is an event, usually time-based. For instance, a valve opened at 9:30 a.m. on August the 3rd. That is data. When we add context to that data, then we have information. Like the valve opened at 9:30 because we experienced a low tank level alarm in the water tank and it needed to be refilled. That is information. Back to comparing Industry 3.0 and 4.0, and let's look at the differences between the two. Industry 4.0, again, is about automating your entire business, not just your equipment. Have you heard the term single pane of glass? If you haven't yet, you will soon. Single pane of glass means being able to see your business in all facets through one device. We've all personally gone through a digital transformation. Everyone I know has a cell phone, and most of those are smartphones. That is a single pane of glass view into our lives. Right, wrong, or indifferent, our lives are contained underneath that pane of glass. Our work lives are in there through email or phone calls. Our personal lives are in there with emails, calls, texts, pictures, social media, and the like. Our health is in there, especially if you pair your device with, let's say, a smartwatch, which is also a single pane of glass. You can see how many steps you've taken, what your heart rate is. You can also track your workouts and see calories burned. Our finances are under that pane of glass. if you use a home banking or a credit card app. Our entertainment is in there with music, YouTube, and sports and television apps. So we can view all areas of our life through a single pane of glass. Why can't a plant manager or CEO see their complete business through a single pane of glass? That is a part of digital transformation. It's something progressive companies aspire to. Industry 4.0 also facilitates collaboration between people and departments. It allows data to be shared for all who need it. Here's a brief evolution from Industry 3.0 through Industry 5.0. Again, Industry 3.0 was about automating your manufacturing only. Industry 3.0 companies have a lot of paper and a lot of clipboards. Industry 3.0 only offers latent decisions. They're making business decisions based on data from last shift, last week, or last quarter. Industry 4.0 means automating your entire business. Industry 4.0 companies use little or no paper, and they're able to make decisions based on current data, and they're able to view their operations on mobile devices such as tablets or smartphones. Industry 5.0 expands on digital transformation with the use of augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. This leads to smart machines and smart factories. Industry 5.0 also uses advanced training methods. So what are the benefits of digital transformation? The one that resonates the most with me is increased business agility and flexibility. Again, you're able to make important decisions in real time, important business and important manufacturing decisions, again, in real time. Digital transformation also offers increased productivity and improved efficiency, both in your manufacturing and in business areas. So how do we get started on our digital transformation journey? Let's get back to Rich.
Thank you, Jeff, for that detailed explanation of digital transformation and how Industry 4.0 is about transforming your business. Some or all of the topics listed below may be important for your digital transformation. The network infrastructure carries data to and from devices, such as your single pane of glass. With all of the ransomware attacks in the recent news, cybersecurity may also be an important part for your network infrastructure. Modernization is a great way to get your older equipment upgraded so that you can get it on the network to collect that data and information. The data collection and dashboards and reporting all work together to provide you information on your single pane of glass. So now you're all wondering, how do we get started with our digital transformation? You will work with your Kendall Electric team to begin your digital transformation journey. This all starts by completing the digital transformation assessment. We will sit down and talk about different facets of your business. This may include infrastructure, networking, and the business outcomes that you would like to achieve. Once we've completed the assessment, we will do a walkthrough of the Digital Transformation Solution Guide. And this will help direct you to the solutions that Kendall Electric can offer. This can include technology, networking, infrastructure, cybersecurity, training, and other services that are offered by the Kendall Electric team. Shown here is our digital transformation assessment document. This document will help us streamline your business and will also help you to define what digital transformation means for your company. The backside of this document has many probing questions around your business, such as, do you have a continuous improvement plan? Do you have a cost savings initiative? And then we dive into some network related questions, such as, have you conducted a network assessment? Do you have network drawings? Are your critical machines or manufacturing lines connected? We then ask questions around data collection and reporting strategies, such as, are you currently collecting, storing, and analyzing manufacturing data? Is your stored data readily accessible, and are you able to view that on mobile devices? These questions and more are on the digital transformation assessment. Once we've had a chance to sit down and complete the assessment with you and possibly some of your peers in different areas of the plant, we will have a discussion around the Digital Transformation Solution Guide shown here. The DX Solution Guide is a living document created by Kendall Electric. It has many different sections within it, including general, key offerings, services, training, and a conclusion. Some or all of these key offerings may be needed in your company's digital transformation strategy. On one of the pages towards the end, we have some insights that may prove useful for your company, such as information about a modernization plan and how it could alleviate downtime that leads to lost revenue and production. We also have an insight on data collection and how that reporting and dashboards can provide an accurate view of your process. And last but not least, a training plan could be an invaluable tool for your personnel. All of this and more is included in the Digital Transformation Solution Guide. And with that, we'll pass it back to John so that he can begin our Q&A session.
All right, guys, so what I think you can take away from that is that Industry 4.0 is not just about automating your equipment, it's also about automating your business, and that connection between the plant floor and the front office is going to give you the ability to make real-time decisions and have a lot more flexibility. So with that, we'll get started with the questions. And question one. Rich and Jeff, can you guys please give us an example of digital transformation?
Yeah, sure. I'll field that one, John. So this is Rich. Can I give an example of digital transformation? Yeah, modernization is a really great example. A lot of customers have the need to modernize older, obsolete equipment. Another example would be network infrastructure within a plant and the architecture. We would want to upgrade that so that we can collect some data, be able to analyze that data, and all of this is based on the business outcomes that we're trying to achieve with your plant.
Thank you, sir. On our Industry 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0 evolution slide, you referenced and mentioned advanced training methods. Can you elaborate on some of those methods? Jeff, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, so what we're really referring to there is augmented reality and the Vuforia app. It allows you to come up with some advanced training methods, all via video, wearing a HoloLens or RealWear type goggles. You can be out on the plant floor with your hands free and maybe watching somebody who's maintained this specific machine before. It allows you to do that and watch along as you work on it. And it's become very helpful, especially in the pandemic with COVID and maybe not having as many maintenance staff on hand. Somebody can be anywhere in the world and talk somebody through maybe a maintenance or installation project virtually.
Thank you, Jeff. My facility has 6 Compact Logix processors and some older SLC 500 controllers. I know I want to gather some information from all of them. What are some of the first steps I will need to think about taking?
Jeff, I can get this if you like.
Yep, thanks, Rich.
Take it.
Yep, so the first thing we do is we'd want to discuss KPIs or key performance indicators and business outcomes that you'd want to achieve with that data. This will help us focus on the necessary equipment that we would need to connect in order to gather the correct data for the task and for the outcome that you want to achieve. The next step after that would be to analyze your network infrastructure, make sure it can support all the devices that you mentioned above, the older processors, the newer processors. This would also be a good time to get the older, obsolete, and unconnected devices upgraded and connected into that infrastructure in your plant.
Thank you, Rich. How do I know where I am in this digital transformation journey, or am I too late in the process?
I'll take that one, John.
Thank you, Jeff.
I don't think you could ever be too late in the process. This is a continuous improvement, and we use the word journey a lot in digital transformation, and sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Rich mentioned it in his portion of the presentation. Digital transformation is a strategy. It's continuous improvement. Once you start automating something and improving something, if it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then you're kind of work back where you started. Now there's some new technology out there that may benefit your business. So it's a strategy. I don't think that there's a destination or an end point. I think it's all encompassing.
Thank you. I have a plant that is not completely Rockwell, as we also have some third-party products. Can I still join Kendall on the DX journey? Rich, you want to take that one?
Absolutely. We've got numerous gateway products that we offer that will allow you to get those third-party devices connected to your network. We would still need to assess your network infrastructure for loading and security requirements and discuss the business outcomes that you'd like to achieve overall.
Thanks, Rich. How should OEMs be looking at digital transformation?
Yeah, I'll take that one as well. And Rich, I'll look for some input from you on this one as well, because it's kind of a big topic. OEMs are different, obviously, than the manufacturers we referenced in the presentation, but OEMs can be digitally transforming their own processes in making the machinery and making the equipment and integrating the equipment, and also working as partners with your end users, helping them in their digital transformation. That's how I look at OEMs in the digital transformation landscape. Rich, do you have something else for that?
I couldn't agree more, Jeff. I think the key word there was partner. We want to partner with our OEMs. We want to work with them to achieve a great solution for their end customer. All it takes is an initial meeting. We'd love to come in and sit down and talk.
Thanks, gentlemen. Can the analysis by Kendall be turnkey? Or once the assessment is complete, I would need to reach out to an integrator to implement?
The answer to that would be either.
Maybe. Yeah. Either one.
Yep.
So every digital transformation project or strategy is different from plant to plant or customer to customer. As far as turnkey, I doubt it's going to be turnkey. It depends who we're working with and what partners we reach out to. We have a vast collection of systems integrators that are local or regional that can help customers implement their digital transformation projects.
Where do you see the largest bang for your buck in the DX journey?
Data collection, for sure. In my opinion, if your manufacturing plant and your management or so does not have a handle on their OEE, which is overall equipment effectiveness, really doing your plant a disservice. That's the easiest way to increase productivity and increase efficiency is by increasing the efficiency of your lines. And that's all done by collecting data and calculating your OEE. That for me is the biggest bang for your buck. Rich, do you have any other opinions?
I think, Jeff, I think to build on that, Jeff talked about the single pane of glass. That actually gives you a view into your processes. And, if you're not looking at OEE today, or you're not checking out your metrics, that's something you really need to look at, because with just a few minor changes, minor improvements, you can really increase those numbers. But if you're not looking at that data, if you're running blind, let's say, it's just a little bit of data. Start small if you have to, but all of that data can provide a really good view into your processes and your performance.
Yeah, I'll expand on that a little bit. Rich said start small. Some of these projects can be pretty big and all encompassing, and you don't want to take a bite of the whole apple at once. You want to take a small bite, see where you're going, and then your endpoint may end up, once you decide or see what you're able to do as far as collecting your data, that may make some changes in your desired outcomes. So
We got one more comment. This one looks like a comment more than a question, but it's a good comment nevertheless. If my OEMs provided Vuforia type how-tos, that would be amazing. New machines can sometimes be complicated. Having a library full of training videos like that would be pretty awesome for training maintenance staff and engineers. And I agree 1,000% with that statement.
Yeah, with the retiring of many people in our industry, we're losing a lot of tribal knowledge, right? In everybody's plant, they may have a maintenance person who knows everything about a certain machine, and they get towards retirement age. Great thing to do would be to have them go out there and make some videos on what he or she has done on that machine in the past, because they know it inside and out. And then it's captured forever digitally, and then they can use that for maybe some onboarding or newer employees.
Yeah, the augmented reality products from PTC work amazingly together with the RealWear headset, so that plants and maintenance departments can create those types of videos for their people.
The last question currently in the queue is, what's the best way to dip your toe in the water in the water on machine learning? I'm in the food and bev plant, so I'm not sure who to direct that question to.
I'll take that one, John, and Jeff, you can hop in if you like. Machine learning it's an interesting topic because there's just so many different levels and different things that you can do with that technology. I would say my first recommendation would be, let's sit down, let's have a talk. Let's find out, where you want to possibly implement machine learning. We have a few customers I know in the Michigan market that have done it. I think that it will lead to a lot of interesting discussions within your company, and a lot of good can come from it.
Machine learning is definitely the way of the future, for sure. It's being implemented now. If you're not unfamiliar with what machine learning is, if you have a Netflix account, when you log in, it says, because you watched X, you may like XX. So that's what machine learning is. It's an algorithm. It takes all the data that you've compiled from weeks and years and months of manufacturing, and compiles all that and helps you make better manufacturing decisions on the manufacturing side. So it's definitely the way of the future. It's not implemented in a lot of places yet, but it certainly will be.
Could this transformation include the Rockwell Plex system? Plex.
Oh, Plex. Yeah, absolutely. So for those that are listening, if you're not aware, Rockwell purchased a company called Plex, I would say a number of months ago. And Plex is basically an MES system with a lot of other add-ons that you can get. And yes, absolutely, Plex can be added to your plant. There's a lot of fit there, depending on the type of needs that you have. Another product to possibly think about is like a preventative maintenance package like Fix. That's another product that Kendall has recently acquired as well, or that Rockwell has recently acquired.
Yeah, we're just in the beginning stages of learning what Plex can do. So stay tuned. We're learning more, and as we know more, we'll definitely be passing that on.
Looks like that's the last question, gentlemen, unless there are any other takers for a free lunch. Give them a few more seconds to enter if needed. All right, guys. Well, looks like we'll close the window on the Q&A. I do appreciate your time, and for those that entered questions, we'll have your account managers be reaching out to you to try to set up a lunch for you. Everybody have a fantastic week, and remember to cheer for those Spartans on Saturday. Go green.
Go blue.
So, all right, gentlemen. Take care. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll give you back 30 minutes.